Every anime YouTuber or even just anime fan or One Piece fan brings up the question to themselves, what is the One Piece? Hello motherfuckers, welcome back to my motherfucking channel, and today I'm going to be giving you my theory of what I think the One Piece is. Like I said, I feel like every anime person that does YouTube has their own theories out there, and this is just mine, okay? Now, I'm not going to get too deep into the video. I mean, there is channels like the author of Ohara, I think that's his name. Then there's channels like Daksake. Love those channels, okay? I just don't have the mental capacity to do that, okay? I'm just here for the fun, here for the vibes, here for the theories, okay? Now, first, what do we know about the One Piece itself, okay? I want to know what you think the One Piece is. What do you think the One Piece is? Because I know people are probably going to be critiquing my theory, but I want to know what your theory is. But yeah, we know it is a treasure left on the Laugh Tale from Joy Boy 800 years ago. Roger and his crew laughed at it. This is really all we know. And it's a treasure. What does it all? What does it all mean? That's just. I'm sorry. That's how I get when I just think about this, because it's a very. I just see. I'm sorry. It's just a very complicated topic, okay? Especially when you don't know. Literally, you don't know anything. But I want to talk about other theories first before I get into my theory. So, for a long time, people thought it was the friends and the journey that you had along the way. That was the One Piece. Terrible take. Terrible. Even the author, Oda himself, doesn't like that ending, wouldn't like that ending. So that's bad. Now, another theory that I thought was interesting for a little while was Binks Sake. Okay, there's the song Binks Sake, but when you really look at it, and I'm talking about the actual sake, it's like somebody named Binks, and they left sake. I just don't think that would be. I mean, come on, man. There's videos that go really deep into it. I can't name them off the top of my head, but it's interesting, but it's just not interesting enough. Okay. Another theory is the world being connected into one piece. Another very, very solid theory, especially now that we know that at one point in time the world was like that. The oceans weren't as big before. It rise due to ancient weapons and things like that. And another theory is a piece of history, which, you know, it's kind of boring, but at the same time, One Piece itself is rich with world building and world history. It's an interesting take, and it could be interesting depending on how he would do it, but I also don't think that is the case necessarily. Now, walk with me. Now, for the longest time, I personally thought that it would have been Joy Boy's logbook. This goes back into it being history and him retelling his funny tale, laugh tale. But then I got to thinking, no, it's boring. I mean, yes, we're gonna get the flashback of Joy Boy. That'll be the retelling, but I just don't think that it'd be worth it being called the One Piece. I just don't think that. But I don't think that Joy Boy's journey or ending was funny. I think personally that it's going to be tragic, but it also could be good. You know, but that's just what I think. They made it very hard for him. Of course, there could be funny moments in your journey, but overall, I think it was tragic. But I do think that it is a story in some capacity. Now, stick with me. Things are about to get theorized here. I think Joy Boy's real name was Binks, okay? But I do think that on this island of Laugh Tale... First, let me talk about Binks Sake first. Okay, Brooke says it is a song pirates in ancient times sang together in times of joy and sorrow. Okay, it's adding up. It's adding up a little bit. Now, I don't think that the song itself is playing as you enter the island, but I do think Binks, Joy Boy, is here on this island in some form, shape, or form. Okay, let me walk with me. Okay, walk with me. You're supposed to be walking with me. I personally, okay, see, this is where it gets a little crazy. Please don't click off. I think Binks, Joy Boy, is on this island. He's a ghost. Okay? Yeah. And I think his character design is going to be very pirate-esque. We really don't have a pirate-looking character outside of Blackbeard and Roger, I want to say. And Rox also looks very piratey. But I think Binks, Joy Boy, will look like a fucking pirate. I think he has the eye patch, the whole works, okay? But he's a ghost, okay? There is underworld themes in this, hell themes, or even just otherworldly themes throughout One Piece. I mean, look at Brook himself. Brook is a very important character. I feel like Brook is going to be way more important than what people think. So I think Binks is on this island pouring sake for people, telling them his story, and he knows who he's waiting for. And I think that's why Roger said he's upset that he didn't live during Joy Boy's time. Now, I always thought that that it could have went two ways. He was talking about Luffy, or he was talking about Binks, Joy Boy, the original Joy Boy. Now, when he is telling this story, I think the One Piece, this isn't the One Piece itself. He has something for the Joy Boy that he's actually waiting for, Luffy. And, okay, here it is, the grand reveal. This is what I think the One Piece is. I think it's a ship. Not just any ship, a rocket ship. I said walk with me, okay? What have you done, Azul? I think it's a rocket ship to travel the solar system. Not the galaxy, not the universe, the solar system. Just your communal, sun, Earth, Mars, blah, 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 whatever. To travel to each of the worlds and gather the people together, coming together as One Piece. Now, it's a stretch because, there's so many different things that the One Piece could be. But this is just my little thoughts, okay? Luffy's real dream is yet to be revealed, but it is a big theory out there that his real dream is to throw the biggest party, have a huge party. What bigger party could you have than a party of a galaxy? Or the solar system. My bad. Am I wrong? Probably, yeah. And yeah, that's what I think the One Piece is. As of right now, it's a rocket ship to travel the solar system. Now you can clock me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If there's plot holes in my story, then it is what it is. But that's why I want to know your guys' theories. I would love to have more discourse about this specific topic in other videos. And the thing is, I've heard other people's theories. They sound just like this. But I wanted to add a little bit more to it. Fill it out a little more with the ghost. Joy Boy being a ghost. That's, maybe that's what they were laughing at. He's a ghost. But again, I could be completely wrong. But it's just something to think about. I'm still gonna be thinking about. I think I'm wrong. I'm like 99.99999999999% am wrong. Okay, because there's millions of theories and any one of them could be right, or we could all be wrong, and Oda just blows our fucking mind. But I want to know your guys' theories. What do you think One Piece is? This is my YouTube channel. I'm doing anime videos from here on out on this channel, and I think what the One Piece is the most important question in anime history. I'm not even joking. I'm really not even joking. Yeah. And I want to know your guys' theories. I want to know more theories. I know a couple, but I want to know more theories. I want to know raw theories that I've never heard before. And I'll read the comments. I'll bring them up on my YouTube, and I will literally get deep and nasty into it. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe. Come back next time. And bye, motherfuckers.